The NFL playoffs roll into another high-stakes weekend. Anticipation is reaching a fever pitch among fans, analysts, and bettors alike. Every snap carries weight, every decision can define a season, and every mistake can end a championship dream. In the middle of this intensity, one voice has quietly gained massive influence over the years: ESPN's computer prediction models. Powered by advanced analytics, historical data, player metrics, and real-time performance trends, ESPN's computer simulations attempt to do what fans argue about endlessly: predict who will win each playoff game. While football will always remain unpredictable, these models offer a fascinating window into how numbers, probabilities, and patterns view the road to the Super Bowl. Here is a detailed breakdown of ESPN's computer predictions for every NFL playoff game this weekend, along with the reasoning behind each projected outcome. How ESPN's computer makes its predictions. Before diving into individual matchups, it's important to understand what goes into these predictions. ESPN's Football Power Index (FPI) and related models analyze team efficiency on offense, defense, and special teams, quarterback performance under pressure, injury reports and depth strength, recent form and momentum, home field advantage, turnover margins and red zone efficiency. The computer doesn't care about narratives, rivalries, or emotions. It evaluates probabilities. Each team is assigned a win percentage, and simulations are run thousands of times to identify the most likely outcome. Game 1. AFC Playoff Clash. Computer favors the more complete team. In the opening AFC matchup of the weekend, ESPN's computer leans toward the team with greater balance on both sides of the ball. Why the computer picks this team? A top-tier quarterback who ranks high in completion percentage and decision-making. A defense that limits explosive plays and excels on third down. Strong performance in one-score games during the regular season. While the opposing team may have a dangerous offense, the model suggests inconsistency, particularly in pass protection, could be the difference. Key computer insight. Teams that control time of possession and avoid turnovers win this matchup in over 60% of simulations. Game 2. AFC matchup. Upset alert according to the numbers. This is where things get interesting. Despite public opinion leaning one way, ESPN's computer quietly projects a potential upset. Why the underdog gets the nod? Superior pass rush metrics. Better performance against playoff caliber teams. A quarterback who excels outside the pocket. The favorite still has a strong chance, but the computer believes this game will be far closer than many expect. Key computer insight. When pressure rate exceeds 30%, the underdog's win probability spikes dramatically. Game 3. NFC Powerhouse vs. Rising Contender. In the NFC, one matchup features a seasoned contender facing a younger, rising team. ESPN's model shows clear respect for experience. Why experience matters. Veteran coaching staff with playoff success. Lower penalty rates in high-pressure games. Strong second-half adjustments. The younger team's athleticism keeps things competitive, but late-game execution tilts the outcome. Key computer insight. Teams with playoff experience win this matchup in nearly 65% of simulations. Game 4. NFC Showdown. Defense wins championships. Another NFC game highlights an old football truth: defense still matters in January. Why the defensive team is favored. Elite red zone defense. Top ranking in opponent yards per play. Ability to force field goals instead of touchdowns. Even though the opposing offense is explosive, the computer predicts stalled drives at critical moments. Key computer insight. Limiting red zone touchdowns below 50% almost. Guarantees victory in this matchup. Quarterback impact. The biggest factor in every game. Across all playoff games this weekend, ESPN's computer consistently identifies quarterback play as the single most important variable. Quarterbacks who avoid interceptions, maintain high third down efficiency, perform well against blitzes, dramatically increase their team's win probability. Even elite defenses struggle if their quarterback puts them in bad positions. Coaching and game management matter more than ever. The computer model also heavily weighs coaching tendencies. Fourth down decision-making, clock management at the end of halves, halftime adjustments. Teams with aggressive but calculated coaching styles tend to outperform conservative models in simulations. Injuries. The silent game changer. One of the most overlooked aspects by casual fans, but not by ESPN's computer, is injury impact. Missing an offensive lineman, a shutdown corner, a key linebacker, can swing win probabilities by double digits. This weekend's predictions reflect not just star power, but depth and adaptability. Special teams. Small details, big impact. While often ignored, special teams play a critical role in tight playoff games. According to ESPN's simulations, field position swings decide nearly 20% of close playoff games. Missed kicks significantly lower win probability late. Return efficiency creates hidden yardage advantages. Teams that win the special teams battle often outperform expectations. What the computer can't predict. Despite its sophistication, ESPN's computer model isn't perfect. It cannot fully account for emotional momentum, sudden breakout performances, weather chaos, referee influence, once-in-a-lifetime plays. Football remains a human game, played by athletes under immense pressure. Final thoughts. Trust the numbers, expect the unexpected. ESPN's computer predictions offer a compelling, data-driven look at how this weekend's NFL playoff games might unfold. They highlight trends, expose weaknesses, and challenge popular opinion, but they don't guarantee outcomes. If history has taught us anything, it's that the playoffs are where legends are made, underdogs rise, and predictions are shattered. So while the computer may have spoken, the field will deliver the final verdict.